So, there was once a time that I sat in my car crying to Drake. Go ahead and judge me. It's fine. But at the time, it wasn't. See, imagine this, right? The year is 2020. It is the month of May. You have recently just submitted your final exams online after 5 years of university. You've did it. You've completed college. You graduated. And earlier today, you got the chance to walk across your porch to get your degree out of the mailbox because it is COVID and you can't go anywhere. But however, it is your turn to do the weekly pizza run. So you are sitting in your car outside Domino's waiting for someone wearing a mask to come outside and hand you 3 boxes of pizza, 1 pepperoni, 1 cheese, 1 mystery, because we got to shake it up somehow and try something new. We've been trapped in a house for weeks. And you check your phone as you listen to music and you see that video that you sent of your degree with the pomp and circumstance playing in the background that you put into the family group chat has gotten zero attention. But your cousin had just put up a hilarious video of a cat falling off of a counter, and everyone was reacting to that. And then there's you in the car by yourself, remembering that this was supposed to be your family's first college graduation that they went to. Remembering how your uncle said he was going to come into town for your graduation party. Remembering how no one told you congratulations today. No one said how proud they were. And then you have Drake on the radio talking about a woman with a future and a past, a little attitude, problem all good, no, maybe she'll last. Describing this girl who worked so hard for everything that she's accomplished, and then he says, I'm so proud of you. And the floodgates open because this was supposed to be that season, right? This was supposed to be that time where people lined up and hugged you and handed you cards, and they all said the same thing, I'm so proud of you. You've worked really hard. We know it wasn't easy. Not a lot of people in this family has done it. But you did. And we are proud. But none of that happened. Instead, we were locked inside the house with our president telling us to drink bleach. Such a time. Recognition is something that I struggle with. There's a lot of things that I do just because I believe it's supposed to get done. So when someone asks me, what am I proud of? I don't really know what the answer is supposed to be most of the time. Because the things that I do in life feel like the things that I was supposed to do anyway. So what's the point in celebrating and taking the time out to say, like, oh, hey, I'm proud? It's a struggle for me. I can recognize that. So, me coming on here and trying to talk about some of the things that I am proud of when it comes to myself and my author journey thus far. This isn't easy, but it has to be done. And we can do hard things. So, I have been consistent here on YouTube for the last 30 days, posting a video every single day. And that is something that I should be proud of. That is something that I am proud of. I have finally crossed 100 subscribers on YouTube. For the like 5 of you who are going to stumble upon this video and watch it, hi, thank you, you're great. Welcome to the inner circle. So I'm now sitting at 114 subscribers. That's awesome because me being in front of a camera is not something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be behind the scenes. I wanted to write. I wanted to do everything in the background. I never wanted to be the face of anything, but here I am, face forward, talking to you. And that is something that I am proud of because I'm doing something that I'm not comfortable with, that I genuinely don't really, I didn't really see myself doing, but I'm here. I'm showing up again and again and again until this feels more natural, and it's starting to feel more natural, and that's something else that I am proud of. When it comes to being an author, like, I have been writing for so long that recognition for me being a writer just feels like background information. Like, it's not that important. Most of the things that I do feels like it's not that important. And I know that there are like so many people in the world who say, I want to write a book, or I'm going to write a book, and does that book ever get written? No. And then I turn around and write like 3 books in a year. But it's something that comes so naturally to me that it just feels like something that's just supposed to get done. So for me to finish writing a book and then be like, oh, pat yourself on the back, you're doing great, it just doesn't feel right to me. Like, celebration is something that I have to work on. I know that. Am I proud of all the works that I've accomplished? Yes. But I feel like where my pride comes in, it's never really for myself, it's for other people. Like, I'm proud of the way that my books can make other people feel, the way that they make people think, the way that my books can turn a non-reader into a reader, can get people out of a reading slump, can make people try something new and be like, oh, hey, I never read this genre before, or this is not something that I normally go to, but this is awesome and your writing is great. That is something that I'm proud of. Not the matter of me completing, but the services that I can do for others is what I am most proud of. And I don't know how that works when it comes to being an author. Like, I sold 100 copies of Blue Lights, and I worked my butt off to sell over 100 copies of Blue Lights. I definitely did. I got over my own pride and ego trip, I guess, if you want to call it that, and allowed myself to give myself a leg up by suggesting the book that I wrote to be the book that students study this summer for my teaching gig that I do in the summertime. Like, I allowed myself to put myself forward, and it's benefiting me, and that is something that I am proud of. The problem that I'm starting to see here, because nothing is real until you say it out loud or until you write it down, but the problem that I'm seeing here is that I'm not selfish enough for I'm not selfish enough for this to work. This being the matter of me putting myself forward and celebrating the little things, the big things, I've never been one to demand someone's attention, and this is what really makes this indie author thing difficult for me. So I'm not going to ask for everyone who loves me to stop and be like, oh, hey, give me props, or come to this celebration with me, come out to dinner with me. I got a cake for myself, come enjoy it with me because I did this personal accomplishment. And it's not that other people won't see it as amazing, it's just that because it's me, I just see it as something that I was supposed to do. And until someone else recognizes it as a big deal, I don't view it as such. So yes, there are things that I am very proud of when it comes to things that I've done, you know? And I know that it's something that I need to work on in celebrating and showing how like proud I am of myself. But no buts. Just like everything else. It's something that must be done. So get it done. When you if you are someone who struggles with pride in accomplishments, just see, I don't know, because people say to reach out. People say to find motivation outside yourself, but I've never been the one to rely on motivation to get something done. There's this thing where I find it hard to like advise anyone on this matter to be like, "Oh yeah, be proud of yourself, celebrate yourself more often, care about all the little wins." Do that if that's what it takes. If that's what you need in order to complete what you started, then yes, do that. Go out, get the cake, call up everybody, tell me congratulations. But for me, that's not what pushes me forward. That's not what adds words to my book count. That's not what makes me sit down in front of this camera and record again. Yes, it's nice to be recognized, but I don't want to be the one to make you recognize me. Which makes selling books like so much harder. But there's this process, and it's like when you put yourself out there, how much of yourself are you willing to change in order to be the person that you want to be and need to be in order for your goals to be achieved? And I'm still answering that. But I think me showing up and me trying, even on the things that I'm uncomfortable with, even on the things that I don't recognize as for me, I think that is improvement. So that is something that I'm proud of. I'll catch you next time on the Inner Monologue. I'm RV Alistair, by the way. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you will too.